Hey guys, Clever but Disturbing here, and we're back with more Spyro the Dragon. We're back here in the Magic Crafters world, and just like I said last time, this time we're going to be heading right down here into the first world of Magic Crafters, Alpine Ridge. So let's get to it. The sun's shining, the sky's all bright and blue and purple and pink. It's really pretty. I love all the pastel colors in these worlds. That's why they're some of my favorite, just because the color schemes are just so gorgeous. So it's Alpine Ridge, so obviously there are mountains in the background. Here right off the bat, we have these big giant orange beasts, but they might look tough, but just a quick little flame from Spyro and they're gone. Now you want to be careful of this guy, because if you're trying to charge him by jumping and charging in the air from the side, you're probably going to run off the cliff. So you want to come down here and charge him on the ground without jumping up. That way you can stop a lot quicker than if you charge from the air. So right here we have some more of these green druids and also the little metal wizards from the home world. And we can just get them out of the way real quick. As you notice, the metal wizards in this level will actually sometimes jump onto the backs of the beasts and use them as like mounts to like come after you, but they're not much harder. You just defeat the beast and then defeat the wizard. Not much difference at all. Okay, so this druid is actually lifting and lowering these stairs, so you want to time it right. I'm probably actually not going to make it this time. Oh, but I did. I didn't think I was. Get to the top, you just have to you just have to time it so that you jump right after they come up, or right as they're about to come up, and then you can make it up to the top and flame him and he's out of the way. So take care of those. I just tried to flame metal chests. Wow. Okay, so get that treasure out there. Be careful not to run off the side there. And right here is the first dragon of the level. Rescued Zane.
Spyro, you're not afraid of those big, noisy, gigantic, awful beasts, are you?
Of course not.
I didn't think so.
No. Spyro ain't afraid of no beasts. Nope. No way. He's a brave little purple dragon. Yeah. So now from there, you're gonna want to fly over here. You can go the other way, but then you'll miss out on this whole area. Over here we have some wizards fighting. Druid on a platform. And then those ones in blue are like ice wizards. You can tell that they're ice wizards because they're wearing blue. And they shoot like these little arrow things at you, but we managed to kill all of them before we got shot. So, yay! Okay, so get all this treasure here that's out on this little random patio area up in the mountains. I don't know why there's a patio in the mountains. Like, there's this wall here, so you can't even admire it. And it's not really a castle because it's not closed in at all. I don't know, it's just really weird. Okay, so here we have some more druids. There's actually 3 of them up there, one for each one of these moving platforms. And again, it's all about timing it right so that you make it up there before they... Oh, I barely made it. And they're so funny. After you get to them, they don't even try and attack you. They just yell and run around in circles. And then they laugh and then they yell and run around in circles some more. They're very eccentric wizards. Okay, get this little spinny chest over here. And now we can fly over to that plateau where the beast's at. We could have went straight there, but then we would have missed out on that whole area and would have had to have come back, and that would just be a big old waste of time. Okay, so get the treasure out here on this little platform. And here, this level has lots of these druids moving things and involves lots of timing. Here, this one's raising and lowering a wall. So you want to wait till it goes up, and then right when you think it's about to come down, that's when you want to fly. And again, he's just going to scream and run around in circles. Remain calm, wizard. Actually, no, because you're about to die. And indeed he did. Okay, so get all that treasure. And then fly down here. And here's another one of those little metal wizards. They actually try and fight you, metal wizards do, so they're a lot braver than their green compatriots. And I guess, you know, the druids and the metal wizards seem to be working alongside each other. At least they were back in the home world. But all the other types of wizards do not get along with each other at all. Oh, I barely made that, but I made it nonetheless. Okay, so let's get all this treasure here. Did I miss any up there, or is that just... Nope, that's just the fodder that I saw. And we're gonna free this other dragon. Rescued Eldred.
Oh, thank you for releasing me.
Again, another boring one that just says thank you for releasing me, but at least he said it with a little bit of a different inflection in his voice. He sounded all tired and exasperated. Thank you for releasing me. It sounded like he had been stuck there for like 1,000 years or something instead of, you know, like a couple days at the most. So down here in this pit, there's some more of these big giant orange beast things. So we're going to want to flame them, get them out of the way, and then collect all the treasure that was down here with them. Now just jump up these stairs and get back out of there. Okay, over here and up this ramp where there's another druid, and what's he doing? Look at that, he had a beast stuck in a hole in the ground and then raised it up, and after you defeat the beast again, he just runs around in circles and screams. I think they're really funny when you get to them and they just freak out, and they're like, oh no, a dragon, what am I gonna do, what am I gonna do, what am I gonna do, ah! I think that's a little hilarious. Oh, apparently the beasts were having sleepy time down here, just hibernating. I wonder how come the others aren't hibernating, but they were all hibernating up here in the caves, just like having a nice little time, and then the wizards came up here and woke them up and made them all angry. But you know, that theory doesn't really work, because since they're made out of gems and you get the gem back when you defeat them, that means they're actually minions of Nesting Orc. And they're working alongside the wizards there, so yeah, they're probably evil too. They're not like mismanaged, you know, interrupted wildlife or anything like that by the wizards. They're evil. So we can get the gems on this little alcove. That's how you get back to the beginning of the level. If you miss something, you just fly through there. But I think we got everything back there, so we're gonna go ahead and free this dragon. Rescued Xander.
Great work, Spyro. If you keep this up, you'll learn all the tricks of the magic crafter world.
Another fancy talking dragon. Gee willikers, I sure love the fancy talk that them dragons do. So we still don't have all the treasure, but if you see there's a cave down there, and we're going to want to jump off of this little peak right here and fly right down into it. And down here, as you can see, there's more treasure and another dragon. So we would have, if we hadn't come down here, this dragon would have been stuck here forever, and I just saw a thief. Rescued Kelvin.
Remember that these blue thieves haven't stolen eggs only in the magic crafter world. Don't worry, I'll take care of them.
Yeah, but we've actually gotten all the eggs we could have gotten so far in the other roles. Dragon, we've been on the lookout since Stonehill. You don't have to tell us anything. Almost said nothing, but that would have been a double negative, and that would have been wrong. So we're gonna chase down this thief and get the egg he has, just like we did all the other times. And we got him before we didn't even make one lap before we got him. And boop, there's the egg right on Spyro's nose. Okay, so we're gonna go around one more time just to get all the treasure that was out here on the ramp. Okay, get that one. Be careful not to run off the edge. Okay, another one, and there should only be one or two. Whoops, almost ran past that one. Okay, turn the camera around. The camera can be sort of uncooperative. It's not the worst camera in a game ever, but it can be a little uncooperative sometimes. So we're still missing 20 treasure, but if you look over here, there's some more of those fireworks storage things on these little islands. So you want to flame one and then jump to the next island before it blows up. This last one, I strongly suggest you turn the camera around before you flame it, otherwise you will probably get blown up or jump in the wrong direction and land in the abyss. Okay, so fly over there and get it. The abyss is nice and blue, but you would still die. Actually, I think that might not be an abyss, it might actually be water, but I'm not going to fly down there and land in it to find out. And that should have been the last gem. Yep, we should be done with this level now. Yep, got everything. Look at that. So now we're just gonna run back up this ramp and head back up to the return home vortex. So just right up here and then up these little steps and we're home. Yeah, get it free. That was horrible. I'm sorry for subjecting you to that. Okay, returning home. 500 treasure, a lot of treasure in that level. Now that we're getting up there, we're finding lots and lots of treasure in these levels. Okay, now we're gonna head on to the next one. Of course, all the enemies are back because we left this world. Okay, the thief's back, everybody's back. We'll just let him keep it. And we're gonna head up here to the next world, which is at High Caves. Again, nice bright light purples and pastels, and just, I love the color scheme so much. I can't express to you how much I love the appearance and just everything about the Magic Crafters world. Oh, I don't think we want to go that way because that thing is scary, so we're just gonna let it keep doing what it's doing. We're gonna go this other way. I'll take the wizards before I will take that big giant bug creature. Now here's a new kind of wizard. They actually produce tornadoes and send them after you, and they can be really annoying, especially if there's a big distance between you and them. I'm gonna be careful not to get hit by that one. Okay, so there, and their tornadoes just fizzle out after you get them. No! That was meant for that wizard, but we got hit by it, so we're gonna get over here on this little outing out of the way. Can we make it? Oh, dang it. We killed each other. Well, he didn't kill me, he just hit me, but I killed him right as he hit me. So we're gonna heal up Sparks first before we free this dragon, since we got hit a couple of times. Okay. Rescued Cyrus.
Please do something about these green druids. They insist on moving everything in sight.
Well, if they insist on moving everything, then I think that actually make pretty good movers. They should have their own. Druid Moving Incorporated. Now, you want to come over here because there's some gems that are really easy to miss on top of this building. So you just want to fly over here and be sure to get those, because it's really easy to just go on and then come up short on gems and not know where they're at, and you'll have to backtrack through the entire level and then maybe hopefully notice them. So just try and remember to get those on the first try. And now we have to make our way all the way back up this hill so that we can fly over to those platforms that the green druids are moving. Oh, I think I timed that wrong. No, I'm gonna make it barely, but I did it. Oh, hey, what's that up there? Is that a fairy in a purple dress? But I don't think we can get to her from here. Maybe we'll find a way later on in the level. So wait until he moves the platform to where it's closest to you, and then fly over, and then drop down and flame him. Toast that druid. Okay, so get these gems out here on this little outing before we go into this. It looks like a castle, sort of, with this tower and stuff. The moon and the sun are painted on the walls. It's all wizardy looking, I think, is what it's supposed to be like. It has the same motifs on the walls and the floors as the one room in la-di-da-di-da in the Magic Crafter's homeworld. My mouth outruns my brain a lot of the time, and so it takes me a while to keep up. So you might notice those fairies that are flying around there. Well, actually, if you fall into the abyss, they actually pick you up, and they keep you from falling, and they'll carry you all the way up here to the top of this supercharge ramp. And so that's kind of what this area is about, is using the supercharge ramp to get to all of the caves in this area. So we broke up those chests, and we got a 25 gem. Those are still my favorite because they're so pretty. Open another 25 gem. Today is my lucky day. And here's a dragon as well as a return to home vortex, but we're obviously not going to take that yet. Rescued Cedric.
Try combining supercharge with jumping and gliding, and really explore the high caves.
And that dragon was very orange. But yes, just like he explained, this introduces the whole idea of, like he said, combining jumping and gliding with using the supercharge to get to lots of places. And so that's what we're gonna do. Actually, I think I could have flew to that other cave over there from up there, but I didn't, so we'll use the supercharge. But first we'll go ahead and free this dragon, which is gonna maybe tell us something about those giant bugs, hopefully. Rescued Ajax.
I hate those bugs. When I become big and strong, like you, I'll squash them all.
Until then, remember that supercharge makes you invincible.
How about that? Supercharge has lots of uses. It helps you kill things that you normally couldn't, helps you break open treasure chests, help you get past speedy druids that pull up walls in front of you, and they help you make jumps you could never make otherwise. So supercharge ramps are all kinds of help, but they can get really annoying at certain points in the game. Really annoying. There is one level later on that will make you never want to see a supercharge ramp again as long as you live. I don't even know how long dragons live. Like, I don't know, it may be thousands of years, but I'm sure that if they've ever been to that particular world level, whatever, that's later on in the game, I'm sure that after that they never want to see one, even if they live to be 1,000,000 years old. Because I know I wouldn't. But I kind of deal with it anyways, just because I enjoy the rest of the game so much. So I just bite my tongue and bite my way through it. So we're gonna get these, and if you look over here, here's the thief. But he's smart enough to run around this little circle of water or acid or whatever it is. So I think the easiest way to get him is to just sort of fly in these short little arcs. Don't try and fly straight across, or he will change direction on you and you will miss him. So just sort of fly in these short little arcs until you catch up with him, and then flame him. That's the way I find it easiest to do it, because if you try and charge after him or anything, it's so easy to just take a wrong step or just move just a little bit too far in one direction and just run to the acid and take damage. So I think it's easier to just fly around and just make little arcs across the circle. So now we're going to go back up here, and now we're going to go and try and take care of those bugs we saw earlier. So we're just going to run, and we're just going to run right down into the caves, and we're just going to charge him. And he was over in a really bad spot. So now we have to make our way all the way back up to the supercharge ramp, because the only way we could hit him ended up with us running into a wall. But there's two more, I think, down in the lower half of the caves that we have to go ahead and take out with this supercharge ramp. Well, we don't have to, but I think, actually, we might actually have to, because I don't think the other way will last long enough. Also, another thing about supercharge ramps is that it lasts as long as you need it to until you hit a wall. So it's kind of limited by putting in things like steps. You can run down steps, but you can't run up steps, and things like that to make sure you can't abuse it too much. Which, you know, you kind of understand why they do it, but it would be fun if you could just supercharge through everything and just run. Actually, no, because it would be really hard to control. I'm sure I would fall off, like, all the time if I supercharged all the time. That would be scary. I'm afraid of fast-moving things anyways. Like, I don't like roller coasters and things like... Here you just have to run past the bugs and kill these druids, because if you don't kill the druids first, you just try to make it to the next part of the cave, they will raise the wall on you and trap you in there with the giant bug. Eee! Scary bug. I hate those. Those terrified me as a kid. I hate bugs anyways, but those are just... They're big and they're giant and they're metal and they're trying to eat you, and that's just creepy. Here, this fairy actually gives you a kiss, and as you see, Spyro turns red, and I'm taking all kinds of damage when I shouldn't be. Oh my god, that was so much fail. He turns red, and his fire breath gets powered up, and you can actually kill the bugs with it, which I should have been doing instead of getting trapped on their pincers and taking like 2 hits of damage before I managed to kill the first one. Thanks, game. But okay. We got it. We got the treasure up there. After so much fail, I'm really disappointed with how that went, actually. But we should be good to go now. So the caves should be cleared out. We're gonna go and kill this little... I don't even know what that is. What is that thing? I don't even know. If someone knows, please tell me, because I have no idea what it is. But we're gonna kill it if I can catch it. Come back here. Okay, we killed it. Hopefully it's not, like, endangered or anything, because we just killed one. Oh, and there's another one. Now it's extinct, probably. Who knows? Spyro, what have you done? I don't know. I don't really care. They're not that cute, really. So now you have to use the supercharge ramp again, but this time, instead of going off the ramp at the end, you're going to want to run over here to the bridge. No! Oh, for some reason, he jumped before I meant for him to, and it caused me to go off track, so we'll have to do that again. Anyways, what I was trying to say, what you're supposed to do is run down the supercharge ramp, run over here to the bridge without jumping prematurely. I didn't mean to jump that high, but it worked. And then jump over here into this little room, because you can't make it with just a glide. At least I don't think I've ever managed to. It may be possible, but it's really hard if it is. Now, thankfully you don't have to use the supercharge ramp again to get over here to the other room. You can just glide. And I actually think I already hear a thief laughing from over there. Yep, there you go. So we're gonna go catch the little sucker. Come back here. Now this thief chase is kind of hard because the walls in here, there's lots of right angles and sharp corners. So like it's not as easy to hug the walls to catch up with him in here because the walls are, they're not curvy, they're just straight angles. But we got him, and barely took over a lap to get him, so that's better than I normally do with that thief. So yay! We're just gonna go through one more time like we did with the thief back at Alpine Ridge, and make sure we get all the treasure in here so we don't miss any. Let's see, I think was that the only thing we missed? Apparently so. Okay. So now we just kind of have to fall down and let the fairies carry us back up because we can't really fly to anywhere by ourselves. Lord, they move so slow, and I never understood why if they can carry you to the top of the supercharge ramp, why can't they carry you just to wherever you need to go? Like, that made no sense to me, and it still doesn't. So in here's some fireworks. Just light all the fuses. Blow them up. Yeah, and collect all the treasure that pops out just like the ones we've seen before. No difference, no change. Was that all of the treasure? I hope it was. Eek! Was it? Yes! So we have 500 of 500 gems, both dragon eggs, and all 3 dragons. So now let's take the supercharge ramp one last time here in High Caves. And we're going to return home. Yep, and here's the return home platform. And it looks like that's all we have time for today, but next time we'll be heading to the last level of Magic Crafters and hopefully even making it to the boss. I think we should have time for that too. So I will see you all next time, guys. Bye!